trillions will flow through blockchains like Stellar XLM. But I hear you say, Nathan, the price is so low. So why don't we discuss the price today and actually see what's happening over on a few exchanges? Because there seems to be some variation in prices, and one in particular. But what is going on with the price of Stellar XLM? We've been down in the doldrums for so long. Is there any sign of a recovery? We've had a slight retrace, but it doesn't seem to be on an upwards trajectory anymore. So how can we see new all-time highs anytime soon? Can we see new all-time highs anytime soon? Well, we're going to need to go and have a look at the charts for that. And for that, we need to speak to Nathan. So Nathan, over to the charts, please.
Thanks, Nathan. Well, look, there's two things really I want to discuss about what is going on with the Stellar XLM price. Well, as you may or may not know, in the previous videos we talked about how the 10-year yield rules everything. So let's have a look and see what the 10-year yield's doing, because obviously with the 10-year yield it's going to tell us what the premiums are doing. It's going to tell us what the Dixie's doing. Obviously a stronger dollar means lower prices for cryptos, a weaker dollar means higher prices for cryptos, and in turn stocks. All right, so let's jump into the 10-year yield, see where that is. As I said before in previous videos, we were looking at a head and shoulders pattern that had failed, and now we're kind of looking at hopefully what we would call a double top. If we're not seeing that, obviously if it goes past there, I'd expect it shouldn't go past there by a lot, maybe a few percentage points, 15-20%, something like that. Big 20% past this 3.53, then I would say that so we're looking at what 3.73%. Then I would have said that pattern, that double top, is invalidated, and that's generous. But I'm expecting this to fall with this blue bar pattern. So that's looking at the 10-year yield. Let's jump over to the bond, the premiums, and just see what's going on with the premiums. And you can see that I've drawn a channel here. We're inside of that channel, these two blue lines. All right, this horizontal channel, and you can see where we broke down in May, a massive amount, and then it's got to have been institutional investors or central banks stepped in and just brought up a whole load of bonds here. But you can see with this channel, it's been trading above this channel since data had begun on TradingView, and now we're sort of inside this channel. We've breached it twice. We've breached it twice, essentially. Let's call it 3 times, and the third had been recent in May. But I think with the way things are at the moment, if the ECB are buying up bonds, giving banks throughout Europe fundamentally, unlimited amounts of cash, buying up their bonds, buying up the treasuries, country treasuries bonds, then it's likely that the US are going to follow suit. So I would look to see probably a retracement back up above the 50-day and the 200-day moving average, which are the yellow and blue squiggly lines, and that would tell us. So that would tell us that we could expect to see stocks move up, cryptos move up, right? So that's the other thing. The Dixie is very high. So you could see, it hasn't been this high for I want to say decades. Yeah, really about 20 years, and that's uncommon, isn't it? So I would probably seek to think that we would need some more sideways action before this starts to come out of this range. I could be wrong. You know, we could be looking at something like this here, trading inside this range for a while. In fact, let me mark that off. There we go. So trading inside this channel for maybe several weeks. Look at this. It's traded inside this channel for, you could say, 1, 2, 3 years, 2.5 years, let's just say, just for argument's sake, right? We've had this trading inside of that channel, and that is potentially where we're going to get to now, which would be between 110 and 121. So, you know, but there could be a big rejection, and obviously if the price of the Dixie is going up and up and up and up, consumers abroad not really going to be purchasing. But that means, you know, US consumers, well, consumers abroad will be purchasing, just not as much. And also US consumers, however, on the other hand, products and services abroad will be a lot cheaper. So there's, you know, it really does depend. But, you know, normally when you're buying, you're importing a lot, you're not producing, so the economy will just get worse and worse for that specific country, which in this case would be the USA. So that's that for now. Together, let's jump to one I wanted to talk about, which was this. So STR USD, that is Stellar, and there was a point in time where it had dipped really low, down to about 4 cents, I believe. And what I wanted to say was that this STR is XLM. It is Stellar. It's on the Poloniex site, if you don't know. And I think potentially why there are lower prices on the on the Poloniex exchange as opposed to other exchanges like Coinbase, Bitfinex, and so on and so forth, is because the liquidity is low. And you can see on other exchanges like Coinbase that the prices are higher. You know, and this is on Coinbase, 11 cents 6, right? But then over on Poloniex, it's a couple of cents lower. So really, I think it's probably something to do with, obviously the liquidity is not there. People are thinking, what is this STR coin, you know, newbies. So therefore the liquidity is not really there. You know, you can see the volume is just rock bottom there. That could be a good thing. It could be an opportunity. Understand this, that the address for STR is the same. It's the same address. So if you send those assets to your XLM wallet, you will receive those assets. All right. However, understand this, the sending and receiving part on that exchange has been temporarily disabled. So that's a little bit worrying. It is risky. It's a risky buy. If you've got assets, you could still trade it. So if you've got some USDC, you can still buy STR on Poloniex. However, if you're thinking about withdrawing it, not likely. What you could do is trade it and then withdraw it. And remember, STR is XLM. Anyway, so what is happening with the price for Stellar? I do believe that we are going to be ranging something similar to this. So these blue bar lines here for some time. And we could be ranging for a good 5 years by the looks of it, potentially not exceeding 27 cents for a good couple of years. You know, I could be completely wrong here. If the price could reverse around real quick and go straight up, but the fact that we haven't really had a new all-time high of any significance, and there's been a bull run season for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, we may have missed this one out. There's been a retracement of over 85%. Could be, but in any case, moving forward, I feel like this is what's more than likely to happen over the next several years if we don't see an immediate uptick by the end of the year, and then this is likely to happen. Anyway, Nathan, back over to you.
Okay, so there you go. You can see Stellar XLM's price is really determined by what's going on with the 10-year yield, with treasury bonds, and really they determine what's happening with stocks and crypto, not just Stellar. But what about the price? Well, as you can see from the charts, just summing things up, really, you know, do I think we found the bottom? Yes, potentially. In my previous videos, I said that you know, we may see prices going down to 3 cents even, potentially. Did I think it was going to happen, going down to 3 cents? No, I didn't. And this is on really just some exchanges like Poloniex, where you could see really extremely low liquidity just because of silly mistakes. But in any case, in terms of where the price is going, I don't really do price predictions on this channel. But if I was to make a price prediction, an XLM price prediction, where do I think Stellar XLM price is going to go? Making that prediction, I would have said, looking at those charts and just reversing the fractal, that's probably what you're looking at in terms of a reversal, and that could take several years. We're probably looking at about 2-3 years, you know, if we're not going to see, I would say, from anywhere from now to the end of the year, if we do not see a massive uptick straight away, like a big night swoosh like that, you know, one after the other, that would be a bull run for Stellar XLM and the rest of the altcoin crypto market. If we're not seeing that, then I reckon we're probably looking at about 3-4 years to see any sort of major price levels being taken out. And that would mean actually that blue fractal that you saw on the charts, on the XLM charts, the STR, that's probably what it's going to look like roughly. And really fractals have a good way of giving us an idea of where the price is going to go, because nobody really knows, not without 100% certainty where the price is going to go. We can only look through history and see what it's done before to get an idea. So please like and subscribe, smash the Zion coin up there to subscribe. Check out the next video. It's important. It's going to be on Stellar XLM. You're going to need to watch it, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day now.